Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the Unchained Patriot. I'm your host, Tim Davis, aka Professor X. It is Wednesday, January 25th, 2023. Welcome to my show. Today, we're going to talk about when somebody calls you a conspiracy theorist and why it's not a problem. So just to quote Shakespeare, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women are just merely players. And that's what we are. That's what we are. All of us. So this brings me to what I'm going to discuss about, I'm going to start off by saying this. There are two Americas right now. There's two Americas. One where everyone is obsessed with wearing face diapers, getting jabbed, sexuality, abortion, pronouns, BLM, Antifa, feminism, censorship, government control, etc., etc. That's one America. Then the other America is where people is just about family, God, country, community, freedom, and just minding their own business. Those are the two Americas. Right? And in those two Americas, you got two kinds of people now. You got one, those who support the first system, the system I mentioned, the first part, and those who don't. Conservatism, liberalism, whatever you want to call it, that's what it is. Or as I would say in this show, the brainwashed. One side calls the other side conspiracy theorists, and the other side calls the other side brainwashed people, brainwashed sheep, right? We've all been there. So I guess I'm on more in line with people who call me a conspiracy theorist, right? That's what they would call me, I guess, the other side of the other half of America. So it's what it is. So I'm gonna talk on that. So this is part one of a two-part show. I'll do the next one on the slave mentality, the brainwashing of the Americans. So let me say this: did you know? In case you didn't know, the term conspiracy theorist was a term made popular by the CIA to stop critical thinkers from asking questions about the JFK assassination. In a memo called Countering Criticism of the Warren Report, the CIA set out to make the term conspiracy theorist a weapon to be used against anyone who questioned the government's secret activities and programs. That's where it started. So you got to ask yourself this: just maybe, folks. This is for the brainwashed people, the slave, the mental slave, the brainwashed people of society. I'm directing this towards you, the other half of America. Just maybe. Maybe they aren't conspiracy theorists. Maybe they just see something you don't yet. Maybe they are a conspiracy theorist. Maybe they just learned something you haven't yet. Maybe they are conspiracy theorists. Maybe they understand a pattern you don't see yet. Maybe they aren't crazy. Maybe they can actually see through the propaganda and even face of ridicule are trying to translate it for you. Just maybe. I don't know. Who am I, right? One man, one opinion. So this brings me to this. Why am I one of the few people holding experts to high standards, right? Experts should be ultra smart in the history, current events, and to an extent, the future of their topic. In areas where they are wrong, they should be able to connect the dots and understand why they are wrong and not remain baffled. Right? We see all these experts today baffled. Being constantly wrong and unable to connect the dots afterwards isn't good enough to be considered an expert. To me, at least. One man, one opinion. These so-called experts are wrong all the time, every turn of the way. It's not good enough for me to consider you an expert. Sure, I may not be a doctor. I may not be a scientist. I may not even be an expert on anything. But I am not stupid. And you don't have to have a PhD to recognize we are living through the greatest scam in human history. Not just scam right now, presently, but scams in general. You don't have to have a PhD to see it. You have to be an expert to see it. No, I'm not going to accept. I mean, if you want to try to change my mind, leave a comment, go right ahead. But died suddenly is not a cause of death. It's not. Died suddenly is not a cause of death. And questioning and doubting what's going on these days does not make you anti-anything. Nor does it make you a conspiracy theorist. I believe actually I believe questioning is and should be the place of reason. Should be the place of reason. The fact that questioning has become taboo. Ooh, you can't question the science. You can't question this. The fact that questioning has become taboo should, in fact, send a chill up everyone's spine, regardless of what you believe. So calling someone a conspiracy theorist is the best way non-thinkers or brainwashed people, calling them a conspiracy theorist is the best way for them to dismiss intelligent analysts and scurry back to their childlike illusions inside the government and media that tells them what to think. I mean, just think about it. I know you saw it. I see it. We see it. If you're on social media, you see it. Have you ever noticed that people won't take the time to look up important information? You know, they'd rather laugh at you and call you uneducated, or, you know, you're a conspiracy theorist, you're uneducated, you're deplorable. They'd rather laugh at you instead of looking up important information. But this is the funny part. This is where the brainwash comes into effect. They'll spend 15 to 20 minutes taking a quiz to find out what kind of potato chip they are, what kind of potato they are. Think about it. The people who are calling you uneducated, a conspiracy theorist, won't look up what sources you're posting to bring your argument forth. They'll just laugh at you and ridicule you. But they'll spend 15 minutes figuring out what kind of potato they are, what kind of potato chip, what kind of fruit they are. This is bizarro. But anyway, I'm on 8 minutes? I'm going to end this, guys. You know, so basically it's like, damn, you know what? Call me conspiracy theorist, call me whatever you want to call me. It's cool. I'll deal with it. I'm going to call you brainwashed. And I'm going to do a better video than I'm doing right now on the slave. I'm going to label it the slave mentality, the brainwashing of the masses. That's going to be part 2 of this. So I'm just going to put this one out now. So I'm just like, damn, you know, at this point, I'm just kind of tired of living inside this giant pyramid scheme controlled by criminals who gaslight us into believing that they are the good guys. In a social contract that I never signed, that I got to oblige by. Sorry, I just can't do it anymore. I'm just tired of it. But anyway, that's my little take today, my little rant. Stay tuned for tonight. I'll do a part 2 of this, of the slave mentality, the brainwashing of the masses, part 2 of this, the other half of the America people. So I'll tell you this in ending. If you haven't read the Patriot Act, the NDAA Act, any of the court documents like Pfizer court documents, the CDC statistics, scientific studies, and your answer is no, I have never studied any of this, and you're taking all your information from like watching the news, just don't talk to me about what you know. Don't call me a conspiracy theorist. You know, I don't care what degree you got. Don't call me uneducated. But anyway, we'll say that for another topic. So, like I said, I'm going to tune out. Please hit like, hit subscribe, notification bell. Stay tuned in for tonight. I'll do a late night show, probably 10 p.m. Eastern time on this is part 2 of this. So I'm Tim Davis, a.k.a. Professor X, the Unchained Patriot, tuning out, saying God bless you, God bless America. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.